Good day everyone. Today, I will be presenting our study titled The Impact of Sustainable Materials on the Stability of Concrete. This study aims to determine the awareness, benefits and challenges of using sustainable materials in the construction industry in Cavite, focusing mostly on the experiences and opinions of construction workers, engineers, and professionals. It is well known naman po na within the field of construction industry that concrete, despite being commonly used in construction projects, is harmful to the environment, since the processes of making concrete produces a lot of carbon. In the year 2024, concrete alone is responsible to up to 88% of total carbon emissions. Thus, there are many studies determined to find an alternative material to concrete. However, after many studies, the use of sustainable materials in construction is still limited. That is why we conducted this study to determine the factors why sustainable materials has not yet replaced concrete. The general objectives of our study includes: number 1, identify the awareness of usage of sustainable materials among our respondents. Number 2, determine the factors that influence the decision to use sustainable materials. Number 3, suggest ways to improve the use of sustainable materials in the construction industry. And after reviewing the studies of many authors, we have observed that many of them agree that using sustainable materials in concrete can bring many benefits, such as improving strength, reducing waste, and helping the environment. However, most of the past research were focused on laboratory experiments rather than real construction projects. There is still a need for more studies that test how sustainable materials perform in real-world conditions and how construction professionals view their use. The research instruments used in our study were self-made questionnaires created by the researchers. It was to be divided into 3 parts. Firstly, the demographic profile. Secondly, questions about their knowledge, awareness, and opinions of sustainable materials. And lastly, a space for comments or suggestions regarding the use of sustainable materials in construction. After the results have been collected, we analyze it based on the majority and recurring patterns among the answers of between respondents. In summary, the results show that most of the respondents are aware of sustainable materials such as fly ash, bamboo, recycled glass, and many have already used them in their projects. Our respondents agree that these materials help improve durability, stability, and environmental protection if applied properly, showing that sustainable construction practices are being recognized in the local industry. However, several challenges still limit their wider use, such as the high cost, limited supply, and lack of awareness or proper training among workers and contractors. Overall, the study concludes that sustainable materials have a positive impact on concrete stability and environmental protection, but more effort is needed to increase awareness, accessibility, and government support to encourage their adoption in the construction field. That's all, everyone. Thank you for listening, and thank you very much to the authors of this research paper. Goodbye.